National brands are losing their grip on the American grocery cart, and the reason is sitting right in front of you every time you walk down an aisle. The plain box beside the famous box is no longer just the cheaper copy. In many cases, it is the product retailers are investing in most heavily. Walmart is rebuilding great value and expanding better goods. Target is adding hundreds of own brand foods. Aldi is opening new stores around a business where more than 9 out of every 10 products are private label. And the numbers are enormous. According to the Private Label Manufacturers Association, store brand sales reached a record $282.8 billion in 2025. They grew 3.3%, nearly 3 times the growth rate of national brands. During the first half of 2026, store brands reached another record, accounting for 23.8% of all units sold. This is not just a trend among people who cannot afford anything else. Reuters found that shoppers across low, middle and high-income households are trading down selectively. Smart shopping has become a mindset, not an income bracket. For retirees and anyone living on a fixed income, that shift creates a real opportunity. But there is also a trap. A store label is not automatically a bargain. Package sizes can differ, quality can vary by category, and a cheaper shelf price can still cost more per ounce. Today, we are exposing 9 store brand moves that can protect your grocery budget, including the categories where switching is easiest, the premium private labels that quietly erase the savings, and the simple 3-test system that tells you whether the cheaper box belongs in your cart. At number 1, we will combine everything into one realistic shopping trip and show how small substitutions can keep hundreds of dollars in your account over a year. This is Ready Shelf. We do not just save money, we expose the system. Let's get into it. Number 9. Dollar General's $1 illusion. Dollar General has trained millions of shoppers to look at the number on the shelf instead of the amount inside the package. Its Clover Valley label can offer useful savings on pantry staples, but this is also where small package math matters most. Here is what many shoppers miss. A $1 or $2 package can feel safer than a $4 package when money is tight. But retailers know that shoppers under pressure focus on the amount paid today. The smaller package may have a higher unit price, causing you to pay more over the month. Use a simple example. Suppose a small store brand spice costs $1 and contains 2 ounces. That is 50 cents per ounce. If a larger container elsewhere costs $3 and contains 8 ounces, that is 37.5 cents per ounce. The $1 purchase feels cheaper, but buying 4 of them would cost $4 for the same 8 ounces. The store brand still wins when 3 things are true. The unit price is lower, you will use the product before it expires, and the smaller package prevents waste. Salt, sugar, flour, canned vegetables, basic spices, and sandwich bags are often sensible categories to test. Products you rarely use may also be worth buying in a smaller package, even when the unit price is slightly higher, because throwing away half of a larger package saves nothing. Imagine a retired shopper who needs baking powder twice a year. Paying less today for a small container may be smarter than buying the warehouse size. Now imagine that same shopper buys coffee every week. Choosing a small package with a worse price per ounce can quietly drain money all year. Here is what you do. Ignore the big number on the front tag. Find the price per ounce, per count, or per 100 sheets. Take a photo if the unit price is missing. Compare that number with one competing store before stocking up. Dollar General's Clover Valley can be useful, but the dollar sign is not the system. Unit cost is the system. And once you learn that, a much larger retailer becomes easier to decode. Number 8. Target's 3-level private label ladder. Many shoppers talk about Target store brands as if they are one thing. They are not. Good for Gather covers a huge range of everyday foods. Favorite Day leans towards snacks, desserts, and indulgence. Up for Up covers household and personal care essentials. Each label is built for a different reason, and mixing them together can destroy your comparison. Target announced hundreds of additions across Good for Gather and Favorite Day, while its owned brands already account for roughly 30% of company sales, according to Reuters. This means Target is not treating private label as leftover shelf space. It is a central part of the business. The insider move is to separate essentials from temptations. Good Gather basics such as broth, canned beans, frozen vegetables, oats and pantry staples can be tested against national brands. Up for Up can be compared on items such as cotton swabs, storage bags, basic pain relief products, and paper goods, although medications should always be checked for the same active ingredient, strength, dosage form, and package count. Favorite Day needs more caution because it is designed to turn a small treat into an impulse purchase. Consider a shelf where a national brand broth is $4 and the same size Good Gather option is $2.79. That is a $1.21 difference. If you use 2 cartons a month, the annual difference is $29.04. The exact prices will vary by store, but that is the calculation to perform. Most shoppers compare one package once. Smart shoppers identify a recurring item and multiply the difference by how often they buy it. Here is what you do. Choose 5 repeat purchases, not 5 interesting new products. Record the national brand price, store brand price, package size, and frequency. If the store brand saves at least 15% and performs well in your home, promote it to your permanent list. Do not let a lower-priced broth become an excuse to add 3 Favorite Day desserts. The store makes money when your savings create permission to spend. You win only when the difference stays in your account. Number 7. Kroger's Good, Better, Best Disguise. Kroger operates a private label ladder that looks simple until you understand what each rung is designed to do. Kroger brand usually competes on everyday value. Simple Truth targets natural, organic, and ingredient-conscious shoppers. Private Selection often competes with premium national brands. All 3 can be good products. Only one may be the cheapest choice. Kroger itself has promoted what it calls food dupes, store brand products designed to rival restaurant favorites and major packaged food brands. The company has also said its private label sales are growing faster than national brand sales. That tells you the real contest is no longer generic versus famous. It is retailer brand versus retailer brand, sometimes with a premium story attached. Suppose the shelf offers a national pasta sauce for $4.49, Kroger brand for $2.29, and Private Selection for $3.99. Private Selection saves 50 cents against the famous brand. Kroger brand saves $2.20. Both are technically cheaper. They are not the same bargain. A shopper who sees the elegant Private Selection label may feel clever for avoiding the national name. But the real budget move may be one shelf lower. Simple Truth creates a different decision. If you specifically want an organic or specialty product, compare it with other organic products, not with the cheapest conventional option. A $3 organic store brand item may be a strong value against a $5 organic national brand, while still costing more than the standard Kroger version. Here is what you do. Before comparing brands, decide which product level you actually need: basic, organic, or specialty, or premium. Then compare only within that level. For staples where flavor differences disappear inside a recipe, beans, broth, canned tomatoes, flour, sugar, and frozen vegetables, start with the basic Kroger label. Upgrade only when your household can identify a difference worth paying for. Most shoppers ask, is the store brand cheaper than the national brand? Smart shoppers ask, which store brand tier am I buying and why? Now we come to the private label nearly every American recognizes. Number 6, Walmart's Great Value Reset. Walmart is redesigning Great Value while expanding Better Goods, a newer food label aimed at shoppers who want more than the cheapest possible option. Reuters reported that Better Goods is moving toward nearly 1,000 products, although that estimate came from an analyst rather than a confirmed Walmart total. Walmart has confirmed something else that matters. 70% of Better Goods items launched below $5, and the company is removing synthetic dyes and more than 30 additional ingredients from its private brand foods. The changes cover Great Value, Market Side, Freshness Guaranteed, and Better Goods, with the reformulation planned to finish by January 2027. This is where old assumptions can cost you. Great Value is the opening price workhorse. Market Side often covers fresh and prepared foods. Better Goods may be less expensive than a premium national product, but more expensive than Great Value. Once again, the store has created a ladder. Use canned tomatoes as an example. If Great Value is $1, Better Goods is $1.78, and a national specialty brand is $2.48. Better Goods appears to save 70 cents. But if the tomatoes are going into chili, the $1 option may do the same job. The biggest saving is not always between the store brand and the national brand. Sometimes it is between two Walmart labels. One reported sign of this change is the kind of customer Walmart is attracting. Company executives have said Better Goods is helping bring in new shoppers, particularly higher income shoppers. That matters because a private label designed to feel premium is not automatically designed to minimize your bill. Here is what you do. At Walmart, run the great value test first for basic ingredients. Use Better Goods when it solves a specific need, plant-based, specialty flavor, or a formulation you prefer. Compare market-side prepared food with the cost of ingredients, not only with restaurant prices. A $7 prepared meal may beat takeout but still lose to a $3 meal cooked at home. The word value on the package is a claim. Your receipt decides whether it is true. Number 5. Kirkland and the warehouse size trap. Costco says Kirkland Signature products are designed to match or exceed the quality of national brands while selling at substantially lower prices. That combination has built extraordinary trust. For many households, Kirkland coffee, nuts, olive oil, detergent, paper goods, and over-the-counter health products are dependable purchases. But Costco adds a second variable that regular supermarkets do not: volume. A $40 package can have the lowest unit price in town and still be a bad purchase for a household of one or two. If food expires, detergent irritates your skin, or a bulky package forces you to buy storage containers, the theoretical saving disappears. Suppose a Costco package costs $24 for 48 units, or 50 cents each. A supermarket package costs $8 for 12 units, or 67 cents each. Costco saves 17 cents per unit. If you use all 48, you save $8.16. If 16 units expire or go unused, you effectively paid 75 cents for each unit you consumed. The warehouse bargain just became more expensive. This is especially important for retirees. Household size may be smaller than it was when children lived at home, but shopping habits may not have changed. The package that saved money for a family of 5 can create waste for a household of 2. Here is what you do. Before placing any Kirkland product in the cart, answer 3 questions. Can I store it safely? Will I finish it before quality drops? Can I split it with someone without creating inconvenience? For shelf-stable goods, paper products, detergent and items with predictable use, Kirkland can be powerful. For fresh bakery items, produce, dips and giant snack packages, calculate realistic consumption. And remember the membership cost. A Gold Star membership is $65 a year. If Kirkland substitutions and other Costco savings do not exceed that amount, the membership is not paying for itself. Keep a simple savings note for 3 months. Do not let loyalty replace arithmetic. Number 4. Aldi's private label machine. More than 90% of Aldi products are private label. That means Aldi does not merely place its version beside a national brand. It often removes the famous brand comparison entirely. This is the heart of the Aldi system. Fewer competing items can simplify the aisle, reduce inventory complexity, and push shoppers toward Aldi-controlled brands such as Clancy's, Simply Nature, and Specially Selected. Aldi says its products are tested and tasted as many as 5 times before reaching shelves. The company also says a family of 4 can save nearly $4,000 a year by shopping there, although your actual result depends on location, basket, household size, and what you previously bought. The most important clue is Aldi's expansion. The company plans to open 180 US stores in 2026 and hundreds more through 2028. Retailers do not spend billions expanding a model shoppers reject. Reuters recently spoke with 61-year-old Bill Peterson, who once avoided private labels because he associated them with lower quality. He now buys fruit, vegetables, and milk at Aldi and says paying top dollar elsewhere no longer makes sense. His shift reflects something much bigger. The stigma is disappearing. But Aldi creates its own trap: special buys and aisle of shame impulse purchases. You may save $12 on groceries and spend $30 on a product you did not plan to buy. Here is what you do. Build an Aldi core list of 10 boring repeat purchases: dairy, eggs, bread, canned goods, frozen vegetables, rice, pasta, snacks, and other staples your household uses. Test one product at a time. Keep it if quality passes and the unit price wins. Treat seasonal merchandise as a different shopping trip with a separate budget. Most shoppers wander Aldi looking for surprises. Smart shoppers use Aldi as a controlled private label laboratory. Number 3. The category rule national brands hope you never use. Not every product deserves the same level of brand loyalty. In low difference categories, the brand name often contributes more to the price than to the result. Salt disappears into a recipe. Baking soda performs a basic function. Sugar, flour, canned beans, basic spices, frozen vegetables, storage bags, and many cleaning ingredients can be tested with relatively little risk. In high preference categories, the difference may matter more. Coffee, tea, sauces, pet food, skin products, and prepared meals can have meaningful differences in flavor, texture, formulation, or how your household responds. Prescription and over-the-counter medications require careful comparison of active ingredients, strength, dosage form, directions, and warnings. Ask a pharmacist when you are unsure. The mistake is switching everything at once. If dinner tastes wrong, your skin reacts, or your pet refuses the food, you will not know which substitution caused the problem. That frustration can drive you back to national brands across the entire cart. Instead, use the 3-basket rule. Basket 1 is nearly invisible substitutions. Pantry basics and ingredients used inside recipes. Basket 2 is test and decide. Coffee, sauces, frozen entree, snacks, paper goods, and detergents. Basket 3 is protect the preference. Products tied to health needs, allergies, a medical routine, or something your household strongly values. Imagine you switch 10 products at once and dislike 2. Emotion says the entire experiment failed. Now imagine you switch one invisible ingredient each week. After 8 weeks, 6 products stay, 2 return to the national brand, and your grocery bill is permanently lower without making your life feel cheaper. Here is what you do. Mark every repeat purchase with an I, T, or P. Invisible, test, or protect. Start with invisible. Change one test item per trip. Leave protected items alone unless you have a clear reason and enough information to compare safely. Saving money is not about accepting worse quality. It is about refusing to pay for a difference you cannot see, taste, use, or value. Number 2. The 15% rule. A store brand does not earn a place in your cart merely by being 1 cent cheaper. You need a threshold large enough to justify testing, tracking, and possibly returning to the store. For most everyday products, start with 15%. If the store brand is at least 15% cheaper per comparable unit, it qualifies for a test. If the saving is smaller, consider whether the national brand has a coupon, loyalty offer, sale, or larger useful package that reverses the result. Here is the calculation. Subtract the store brand unit price from the national brand unit price. Divide that difference by the national brand unit price. Multiply by 100. If a national brand cereal costs 35 cents per ounce and the store brand costs 26 cents, the difference is 9 cents. 9 divided by 35 is about 25.7%. That passes the test. But promotions can change the answer. If the national brand falls to 25 cents per ounce after a real discount requiring no extra unwanted purchase, it now beats the store brand. This is why brand loyalty and store brand loyalty can both be expensive. The winning product changes. Apply the rule to annual spending. Saving $1.20 on a weekly item keeps $62.40 in your account over 52 weeks. Find 5 weekly items with similar savings, and the annual difference reaches $312. That is not abstract grocery math. That can cover part of an insurance premium, several prescriptions, or a utility bill. Here is what you do. Select 5 high-frequency products. Use your phone calculator or a small card kept in your wallet. Record the normal unit prices, not the brightest sale signs. Test store brands only when they clear your threshold. Once a national brand promotion ends, compare again. Most shoppers chase dozens of tiny deals. Smart shoppers lock in a small number of repeat savings. And now it is time to run the entire system at once. Number 1, the store brand stack. Everything we covered can save money on its own. The real win comes from running all of it together. Move 1, classify the product. Is it invisible, test, or protect? Move 2, identify the retailer's label tier. Is it basic, specialty, or premium? Move 3, compare the same unit, ounce count, load, sheet, or serving. Move 4, Require a meaningful difference using 15% as your starting threshold. Move 5. Calculate realistic use. A low unit price is worthless when half the product becomes waste. Move 6. Keep impulse purchases separate from grocery savings. Saving $20 does not authorize a $25 detour. Now, let's walk through a sample trip. These numbers are an example to demonstrate the system. Prices vary by location and can change, so use the shelf prices in your own store. You begin with 8 repeat items that would cost $58 using your usual national brands. First is broth. It is an invisible ingredient used in soup. The store brand saves $1.20 per carton, and you buy 2. Savings, $2.40. Next are canned beans. The recipes hide any small flavor difference. 4 cans save 45 cents each. Savings, $1.80. Frozen vegetables are next. The package weight matches, the ingredient list is comparable, and 2 bags save 75 cents each. Savings, $1.50. You compare oats. The larger national brand container is on sale, but the store brand still wins by 18% per ounce. Savings, $1.10. Now coffee. This belongs in the test category. You do not buy the giant package. You choose the smallest store brand size that still has a reasonable unit price. It saves $3. If you dislike it, the experiment ends without wasting $30. Paper towels look cheaper in the store brand, but the sheets are smaller and the package has fewer total square feet. After comparing the label, the national brand on promotion wins. You keep the national brand and count no imaginary savings. Your preferred skin cream is in the protect category. You leave it alone. Saving $2 is not worth risking irritation. Finally, you reach the snack aisle. The store brand chips would save $1.50, but chips were not on your list. You do not buy them. Avoiding an unplanned purchase is not technically a brand substitution, but it protects the money the rest of the trip created. Your planned basket falls from $58 to $48.20. You saved $9.80 without changing the coffee permanently, compromising a health-related product, buying a warehouse quantity, or chasing 10 digital coupons. Repeat a similar result twice a month, and you keep $235.20 over a year. Improve the stack across weekly staples, and the total can move much higher. But the goal is not a dramatic claim. The goal is a repeatable system you can verify on every receipt. Most shoppers will never do this. They will buy the famous brand because they recognize it, or grab the store brand because the package says value. One choice pays for advertising. The other trusts marketing from the retailer. The system shopper trusts neither. You compare the unit. You choose the correct tier. You test quality in your own home. You protect the products that genuinely matter. And you keep the difference. National brands are not disappearing. They are losing the automatic right to charge more simply because shoppers recognize the package. Store brands are no longer the last resort at the bottom of the shelf. They are a $282 billion industry, growing faster than the names that once controlled the aisle. The smartest cart is not filled entirely with national brands or entirely with store brands. It is filled with winners. Tell us in the comments which store brand replaced a famous name in your home. Was it Great Value, Kirkland Signature, Good for Gather, Kroger, or an Aldi Original? Share the product and the saving, because your discovery may help another shopper protect a fixed income. And if someone you know is still paying extra for every familiar label without checking the unit price, send them this video. At Ready Shelf, we don't just save money, we expose the system. Subscribe, stay sharp, and we'll see you